major trade association for China's chip industry has announced it will establish a working group with its U.S.-based counterpart. Experts say this will improve communication in the semiconductor industry in both nations, but may not change the situation facing China's domestic sector. Gao Ang reports.
You don't buy them directly, but trust me, you need them. We live in the age of information, and chips are nearly in every electronic device. Made of semiconductor materials, chips are an essential component at the heart of economic growth and tech innovation. They are also one of the sources of tension in China-U.S. relations. The Chinese Semiconductor Industry Association and the U.S. Semiconductor Industry Association are setting up a work group to discuss issues such as intellectual property and trade policy.
The work group will help both parties strengthen dialogue, express their wishes, and reduce friction.
But while it's a first step, Wang said the work group or even the Biden administration will not fundamentally change the situation facing China's semiconductor industry.
This is because China's national strength is gradually approaching the U.S., and the U.S. will not allow China to surpass it. So it will restrict China's high-tech industries, but the U.S. still needs to cooperate with China.
The chip industry is one of the largest export industries for the U.S., and one of the fields that still maintains a trade surplus with China. According to official data, global sales for U.S. semiconductor companies were nearly $200 billion in 2019, with China accounting for 36% of those sales. Yet China, the world's largest semiconductor purchaser, is lagging behind in domestic production. Data shows that of the $143 billion worth of chips sold in China in 2020, only about $23 billion worth were produced in China, around just 16%. In 2020, the U.S. sanctioned Chinese tech giant Huawei, preventing it from sourcing components and accessing chips from manufacturers that use U.S. technology in the production process. This has put pressure on Huawei, but also led the company to turn to domestic chip development and manufacturing. Wang said in the future, Washington's control of Huawei and other enterprises may be lessened in terms of absolute strength, but will be more refined and precise. This all comes as the world faces a global chip shortage due to the pandemic. And as top officials from China and the U.S. are set to meet next week, hopes and questions remain about future cooperation. Gao Ang, CGTN, Beijing.